Okay, so carrying on for the next 5 to 10 minutes. As I was saying, of course, we have also something called a data source. The data source is where you get your data from. So this is the part of where are you getting your data, where data is being stored down, or maybe we are extracting this data. This term is used mainly to describe where does this data come from. Where is the origin of the data or the information used to construct this analysis part. The term big data, and of course, maybe later on you will be dealing with a course named big data. This big data is characterized by the 3 V's, which means the high volume, variety, and the velocity. These are the worldwide most important 3 V's of big data. The high volume, which means millions of rows of data. The high variety, which means the hundreds of different variables and columns. And the high velocity, which is new data that is created rapidly and frequently every millisecond. It is a database of bank transaction of an extract from a social media platform. It would be, this example would be a typical kind of big data, if you want to call it like that. So this is a typical kind of big data. Now, going to the visualization part, we have what are the main parts to visualize the data. So this is what we are conducting in this part, in the final part. We have the chart type. Charts, they are individual, of course. They are visual representations of data. We have many ways of representing this data using different combinations of marks, attributes, layouts, appearances. These combinations form the archetypes of charts. We have the graphics. The term graphic will be more than reference to visuals, focused more on information-led explanation diagrams, which are the infographics. We have the storytelling, which means that often attached to various activities around data visualization, and is a, of course, contemporary buzzword, often spread rather thinly in the relevance of its usage. We have the format. This concerns the difference in output between a printed work, digital ones, or maybe physical visualization. We have the function. It concerns the difference of functionality of a visualization, whether it is statistic or interactive. Interactive visualization, they allow you to manipulate a computer-based display of kind of data. Okay, so for the last ones, we have the axes. What are the axes? They are mainly the x-axis and the y-axis. They are many common used. No chart is present without an x-axis and the y-axis. They are lines that provide references for measuring quantitative values or assigning positions to categories. The horizontal one is known as the x-axis and the vertical one is known as the y-axis. Now, moving on that, we have the scale. These are the marks on the axis. They describe ranges. We have the legend, which gives in 2 words the information about how the data is being represented, such as colors, shapes, or sizes, or maybe the bars that we just saw. We have the outliers, which are points of data that are outside the normal range of values. We call them outliers. We have the correlation, which is a measure of the presence and extent of a mutual relationship between 2 or more variables of data. Of course, we would expect to see a correlation between height and weight, or age and salary, or these devices like scatter plots. Okay, so these are the main points of good visualization of data. Coming to that, I would end up the first chapter. Of course, concluding the first chapter, you will have the notes of it as it is normal. You will also have reference, which are these videos. I'm trying to do the material as simple as I can for to make it easier for you guys preparing for exams. I know you were late and maybe we got caught up in the periods, but I'm trying to make it as simple as I can and to make it a lot easier for each and every one of you. So thank you for joining the second session. It will be posted later tonight or tomorrow morning on Google Classroom for your reference. And I will be seeing you next week to start off with chapter number 2. So good night, everyone.